Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. We are back, joined live by Joey S. Gallardo Jr., the owner of JSG Biocleanse Services. Thank you so much. Based out of beautiful Austin, Texas. And yeah, there it is right on his shirt. We got the phone number. We also going to find out the website and say hello to Joey, who's on site today. Hi.
Hey, guys.
Joey, so tell us, by the way, a little bit about what you do in your craft and field. And I know we got a good surprise ahead of us today.
So I got two pieces of good news. Number one, I am a mold remediation contractor. I do and handle mold remediation projects. So that's when a building gets, for example, I'm pretty sure everyone's aware that there's a hurricane on land. So all the damage in water that goes in and starts making things look a little funny, I'm the guy that goes in and cleans it out. So that's in layman's terms. But basically, we go in and there's usually a protocol written by a MAC, a mold assessor consultant, and they're the ones that write up, so to speak, instructions. And a guy like me goes and follows through and takes it out to clean out the building.
And how can we reach you? Tell us the phone number on the shirt.
Yes, I reside in Texas. So I work right now. I'm in Houston, mind you. So I live in Austin, but phone number 512-661-4754.
Awesome. And also, by the way, the website
www.jsgbiocleanseservices.com.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And what do we have happening today? Who's our special guest and where are we?
I have my lovely assistant who's been able to help me do some of the things that we were trying to do last time.
Good.
This is
Hi. What's your name?
Johanna.
Hi, Johanna. Nice to have you with us. Thank you for being here. So let's talk. What's happening today? What are you going to show us?
Well, today we're starting a new job in Houston. We got actually 4 of these. This is one of the 4 that we're doing. We're setting up containment like I've always told you. So on the background, no, we can't do it. So on the background, I'm just going to flip the camera and walk with you. This is the containment we were talking about. And this is what you do to set up your decon chamber. Then you start setting up the containment area of the areas you're working. As you're setting up your decon chamber, this is the one you go through to decontaminate yourself. When you're walking through, there'll be another piece of plastic, which I just sent them to lunch right now. And they'll adhere this to this wall. And inside this little room right here, this is our decon chamber. Then we'll set up our equipment, which is our negative air, and we'll put it in the area we're working. We've already started taking apart some of the areas. So you can see that this had a water leak and all the funny stuff that we got to take out. We've already taken out the cabinets, and this is going to be ready for demolition. Now, prior to that, we have to put all this under containment because, I'll be honest with you, I hate cleaning. Even though I got to have microscopically clean work sites. So instead of having to go through this, and this is particle board, you see this cheap little material? The fibers can get in there, and who wants to go and clean all that? So I'm going to vacuum it, seal it behind plastic, and then this whole kitchen top cabinets will be covered with 6 mil plastic. So then nothing gets in and nothing gets out. We won't cross-contaminate. We'll seal up the fridge. We'll seal up with this area being the pantry, but that'll be what we call critical. So that'll be critical. These will be critical. This will be critical because once again, air can come in and out of the windows, and we don't want the test to be affected by spores that are outside. I've said this 1,000 times. There's more mold outside than there is inside, but nobody wants to live with it. So that's the job here.
Oh my goodness!
So this is just one area.
Well, tell me the situation behind it. What happened?
Well, it's just these houses, and sometimes tenants don't take care of it. These buildings are 20 plus years old, and it gets to the point where people just don't maintain it. For example, all the fun stuff that we got to do. All this is so this tub's got to come out, and it's just over years the grout line probably has not been sealed properly, and thousands of showers of them not probably running proper ventilation. So this cabinet's coming out, toilet's coming out, tub's coming out, and we're going to do a 2-foot cut from the floor up to the back of the toilet and around the perimeter of the tub. That's another area that's got to come out. And then we're coming
Wow.
to the master bedroom, where the same thing we're setting up containment. As you can see, our poles, and we got to take out. Let's see if I can put it in that guy right there, which it's kind of hard to see, but I'll get up on the ladder here, and I'm going to spin it around, and you can see all that stuff's got to come out. So we got to set up a containment here, critical here. And then here we come to the main area, the toilet area again. Once again, they might have had a leak and they already had some work done. You can see the paint line's kind of different right there. So this is going to come out. This wall's going to come out. This is going to come out, the vanity and all the floor. That's area number 2. That's area number 3. And then area number 4 is in the back room here. Now I got this machine set up with negative. I know it's hard to see because I'm kind of so we got a tube going in from the machine all the way out the window. So anything in this area is going to be sucked through what I've told you before, our air filtration device. And this is what we call a protocol. So the protocol is what's written by the MAC telling us exactly what to do. This machine is sucking out 1,000 cubic feet of air to get out the window while we're doing. And then once again, simple little cut right here. I can see my hand. There we go. We're going to cut all the way around this perimeter. And then there's signs in the corner here that I know it's hard to see, but you can see the water line stains right there. And this wall is going to come out. That's basically it on this project.
Basically, yeah, this is a lot of work. How now? What is the timeline of this type of work?
We're setting up containment today, starting demo. I should be able to finish the demo tomorrow. That'll be Thursday. And then I'm looking upon cleaning Friday. And of course, Labor Day weekend's a little pain in our neck right now. So we'll get back to it Tuesday, Wednesday for cleaning, sanitizing. And then last but not least, we'll go ahead and finalize it and encapsulate it with paint. So be ready to test by next Friday.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. And just remind our listeners the importance of what you do and the severity of mold and what can happen to a home, what could happen to you if it's not controlled the right way.
Well, let me give you, let me tell you surprise number 2 first. I just got licensed. I just got licensed to be a mold assessor consultant. I just passed my test. So now
Congrats.
I'm also a consultant. I just got to go and do my board exam. And now I'm also the consultant as well as a contractor. So that being said, the reason I bring that up is because everyone is affected differently, but there's 10 out of 1.5 species of mold that can exist out there in our environments. 10 of them have been somewhat to speak. The common ones are found inside dwellings. And out of those 10, there's 4 that are severe to people. Now, the reason I bring that up is everyone's affected differently. It's someone who has compromised immune systems, babies, elderly people, asthmatic people. If you listen to the news, people now that a new strain's coming out, right? They're going to say that people with diabetes, people, you got to watch what they say, but it's basically, they're just trying to say anyone whose immune system can be affected. Now, you, Jill, you said you have it in your house, but once again, it affects some of your family members one way and it affects other people differently. So it's kind of hard to put a finger on it saying everyone is under the same stipulation. But if you do not dry out your building, you have a water leak, your shower explodes in the back of your plumbing from the water heater, from your drain lines in the kitchen, as I just showed you earlier. They don't dry that out in more than 48 hours, you start growing the funny stuff. And that's why it's important to get on top of your water leaks before you got to get to a guy like me, because then it gets more expensive.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, that mold in my house, I never even checked it again. Downstairs in my basement, I told him I have a sump ejector pump thing and it was smelly. And the guy came and fixed the clamp that was off. So I looked at all that Pink Panther stuff and I'm like, ew, that's gross. He threw some out, but I still feel like how do I know there's not mold growing in there? I never went back in there. And that was like 2 months ago. I could only imagine, but it's dangerous. But, tell me like, what are like, how do you know about all these chemicals to kill it? And like, is there different variants and mutations where it keeps changing on you?
Yes, once again, they do act differently depending on humidity levels. If you have anything over 56 to 65% humidity, this is the analogy I like to use in the last house I was at. An AC closet leaked out. The cavity of the AC closet, which affected 2 bedrooms, their apartment complex, UT students and University of Texas in Austin, college campus, some students that live in some apartments. The AC unit got clogged up. They didn't dry out the cavity. It affected all those 4 rooms. And then last but not least, and this is what I was telling the lady, if you and I, Jill, were to babysitting, and we're on the second story, and we leave a brand new baby, let's say even a year to 2 years old alone. Hey, let's go eat lunch, and we leave the baby on the couch, unattended, open doors, patio open. That baby can end up in so much problems, right? Who knows what the baby's going to do? Same thing with mold. If you don't attend to it, and sometimes it's hard to find because it's in a cavity, you don't know what it's going to do. It could expand to those 4 rooms, like I just said. It could expand to 1 room. It ends up taking out these cabinets, which I'll show you the effects of the cabinets. And we've already taken them out, but look at how much damage it causes. So all these cabinets are now trash. So it's just like that baby. You just don't know what it's going to do. And it keeps growing and growing and festering. And before you know it, it gets to the point where people can't live in the unit.
Interesting. Now, let me ask for those listeners out there just tuning in, we got to remind everyone how we can contact you.
Yes, phone numbers, area code 512-661-4754. Gmail, so it's going to be JSG Biocleanse at gmail.com.
Perfect. And so that was my surprise number 2. What else did you have for us today?
Well, I got these videos. I don't know. I still have not been able to learn how to do this properly. So my daughter and I filmed this at the last job. Hopefully, this will show you some of the work we've done. And I hope I can do this properly.
All right.
So here we see the backside, the adjacent wall in the project. And as you can see, that little corner right there, that is where we happen to find a family of mice living in there. So not only does this project require us to deal with the fungus that is adhered to the structure, but we also have to deal with the bacteria of rodents that are living, that we're still living in this insulation. So tomorrow's work is we got to take out all the insulation, obviously on both sides of this wall, sand down and clean all the structure with antimicrobial solution, and whatever parts do not come out, we have to sand them down so they can pass a physical visual inspection. Sometimes you won't pass to the next stage unless you show that you've actually cleaned, and a picture says 1,000 words. So when you don't pass a visual, it's because they assume that the structure still is not sanitized and clean. So sanding down is also recommended to do. And this project is going to be required based on what you can see on that top plate. And last but not least, then we also got to wait till the solution is dry, and then we will encapsulate. Tomorrow when the project is done, we will show you the steps that we've taken and the progress of this project here. And that was the location where I couldn't get to you when I was filming last time. That was a project. Now I'm going to show you, go to the pictures, Johanna, when you get a chance. So I'm going to show you the final product. Should have the pictures, right? You go to photos. Nope. Okay. Yeah, that was it. So once again, that was the project I was on last time. We were interrupted and not able to speak. And it was basically the same thing. I was going to show you containment, decon. But the thing that you wanted to see in here, this product, remember I told you that there's different products? I said this last time. This is called Bioesk. It's a concentrated thyme oil. We use this even at our house, and it's safe. It's safe to consume Now you don't want to drink gallons or glasses of this, but if it touches your eyes, nose, or mouth, you're not going to die, or your pets. It's pet friendly. So this is it's a botanical disinfectant. Now, that being said, this guy is a heavy duty champion. This guy will send you to the hospital. This
And
guy's
what
called
is that called again?
Metaclean.
Ooh.
This one's so concentrated, you can only have 4 ounces to a gallon of water. But this is a biocide. And as you can see, I hope I'm holding this right. It's a disinfectant that's a fungicide, biocide, bacterial side, and a deodorizer as well. So we use this when we got heavy duty jobs to do. You definitely want to make sure you're suited up. You definitely want to make sure, which I did this last time, and we have a video. I'll put it on right now, but I think I got a little bit of time to show you that video. Put up the video where I'm putting the
Yes,
suit
you
on.
do.
So,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
so this is the M95s. Remember, we're talking about this.
Ah,
This is
those
what you want to
special
do when you
masks.
put this on. I have the video in which we're going to set up right now, and you can see how to put on and off your suits and so forth. Let's go in here. I think this will take out the glare. No, I'm trying pushing that button.
It won't let you.
It doesn't. Yeah, that doesn't.
Okay.
So, okay. So let's see if she can.
There we go.
Hold
I
this.
see it.
For JSG Biocleanse Services. Today, we're going to show you how public containment, the decon chamber, and critical barriers should be set up, as well as how to put on proper PPE. And we're going to give you a little testing short demonstration on our demo in stage 1. So, when you put it on your PPE, the first thing you want to do is always put on your suit. See, this always has the most people. Real simple and simple. In one leg. So all this should be done prior to getting in any kind of containment. That's what the decon chamber is for. Is when you take it off, you're going to decontaminate and dawn off your suit inside the decon chamber. It's technically this area right there, not a thing. Now, you put it on the mask. Put your head on the sun. Hang up your strap. Wait to see that you're appropriately depicting, you grow up. When you put that motion up, you seal it, and you still get it. When you see the mouth kick in, you're appropriately protected. Don't forget to put glasses. Now, some people think of a bit further, when they kick this down, that's when they have dance, but you can do either way. Put your company, bring it up, mask, protecting, gloves, you're ready to go. We're ready out to get it to. So that was that video I was trying to get posted to you last time, but I think I got somewhat of the idea across to you.
I love it. Thank you for sharing. I love it. Perfect.
It just gives people a more visual idea when we say certain things, and people take it too literal sometimes. But it's better to be safer than sorry. A lot of people tend to end up with different types of symptoms that affect them later. And I always tell the workers, I'm not going to force you to do something that you're not comfortable doing that I wouldn't do myself.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Wow. Awesome, awesome stuff. We still got 3 minutes left. So what else did you want to say?
Well, I just really appreciate the time that I get to spend with you. This was a great adventure for us. for me and my daughter learning how to, properly communicate to the public what we do and our passion and how we want to help out the community fix their properties.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much. Excited to have you. And now you also work not just in the state of Texas. Could you share where else?
I used to work as a national project manager, so I would be probably already on a plane flight to North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida. I am licensed in Florida, but I'm so overwhelmed and busy right now in Texas that I work anywhere in the state of Texas. Right now, I'm working Austin, San Antonio, and obviously we are working this project right here in Houston.
Awesome. Wow. And just a little bit about your background. Could you just share with our new time listeners today? Because you have a pretty amazing background. Like,
yes, one of the fortunate things, I was blessed in the opportunity to go to college at Incarnate Word in San Antonio, Texas. My degree's in biology and chemistry. I've done chemical, nuclear, biological warfare in the Army. Once I graduated, I went to go serve our country and do that. And then when I got out, I used to own and operate my own exercise studios, wrote books, had TV shows. And then when the economy changed in 2009, I went and became an environmental inspector on gas pipelines throughout Colorado and New Mexico. And then I came to Austin and I learned this profession, and I've been doing this since 2015.
awesome. Wow. And if someone does want to reach out for you for that initial consult, how does it work?
The best way is probably give me an email. That way I can see the pictures and photos. And with them, of course, we can discuss that on the phone line. Obviously, everyone has cell phones, 512-661-4754. And Gmail, it's going to be JSG Biocleanse at gmail.com. The website, the w's.jsgbiocleanseservices.com.
Oh my goodness. Well, we are excited to have you back. Always a pleasure. And put your lovely assistant, she's your daughter too? I didn't know that.
Yes, she's my daughter.
Get
She
back
helps me
on
run the
here.
books. She helps me run the books. She's doing all my social media now. So everything's going in the family business. She's looking into well, you explain to them what you're
I'm
Tell
trying to get
me.
into the. Hi, so I just graduated this year, and I'm trying to get into the film industry. I'm trying to learn everything I can. So anywhere I can learn from, I'm doing my best.
You are amazing. And how old are you?
I am 18.
Oh, congratulations. Oh my God, such a hard worker. Wow. Oh my
Thank
gosh.
you.
Well, best of luck to you. And your dad's awesome. I've been talking to him for quite some time with his energy, with his work ethic, and clearly you have it too. So excited to talk to you guys again more. And thank you for helping dad out with all these videos and pictures and stuff. And definitely social media is the way to go. So you got to teach him.
Yes.
All right. Thank you guys so much. Pleasure having you both here on the show today. Looking forward to the next time we connect. Okay.
Take care. Thank you.
Thank you. Enjoy your Labor Day weekend. Don't work too hard this weekend. Okay. Take the day off. You
Cool.
promise?
We'll see you, and we'll see you next week.
All
Bye-bye.
right. Sounds good. Bye, guys.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you now have even more ways to listen live. Check out the MyTuner Radio, online radio box, and Simple Radio apps on iOS and Android, or find us online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com, or search Podcast Business News Network on streama.com and onlineradiobox.com/US. Take your podcast on the go and don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house.
And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.